Okay, so today we are going to be talking about ST Math. Usually we refer to this program as JIJI. This is the math program that students encounter a penguin and they are able to work out different types of problems visually. So we want to make sure that the parents had the knowledge so that they can kind of be able to help their child in a situation if it comes to be. So thank you for being here. So the first thing that we wanted to share with you is what is ST Math? What is JIJI? And so this is a program that basically instructs the students with visual things, okay, visual strategies. And these strategies engage students in creative and rigorous problem solving. So they're gonna talk about the whole spectrum of math concepts of their grade level. But in this, it's going to be posed to them in a way that it's very visual. You know, we have different kinds of learners. And so this is a visual representation of the math problems that are going to allow the students to understand the math concept and be able to work through different types of problems. So we have a small little video that's going to kind of explain the actual program.
Every student is different.
Score! 6 por 7 eso. I'm done!
So how can we reach them all at their own level? With ST Math, learning is personalized. Each student takes their own path and works at their own pace. When they demonstrate that they've mastered a concept, the student moves on to the next level. Over the course of the school year, a student will solve over 5,000 interactive puzzles, and each one provides animated feedback that adapts exactly to the student's response. This informative feedback creates an environment where students learn by doing and discover that every mistake is an opportunity for growth. As they play, students encounter increasingly rigorous problems, which challenge them to think creatively and apply their knowledge in new ways. Throughout the process, students connect and innovate. Unlike any other program, ST Math allows students to see the math, animating in real time, responding to their actions. Once the student has a conceptual understanding of the math, more traditional symbolic representations are introduced, the type that they'll see in textbooks and on standardized tests. With their deep conceptual understanding and the well-developed patience to persist through new challenges, students' mathematical knowledge shines. And over time, we see that by providing a math program that allows every student to be different, the students, as a group, actually do better. At schools across the country, students are improving in math when they use ST Math, because ST Math makes math visual, engaging, personalized, and creative, so that students can see the math and grow.
So as you can see, this is something important for the students to be able to visualize. Of course, we get the app from the student portal. You technically just need to scroll down and you can see the apps and you will click on ST Math. I'm sure that Ulysses has already been logging in to ST Math. Yes. So we're going to continue. The district has made it very simple for the students to just click on with Google and it will remember their username and password for the majority of the programs. So this is a really easy way for them to just log in with Google, and they would have access to the program.
What up?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing? I see they added more seats to your ride.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to walk us through the dashboard of JIJI. So once the students log in through Clever, it will take them to their dashboard. So their dashboard does look a little bit different now. You will see that there's a house symbol, a map, JIJI's in the middle, and then a clock. So the house, these are assignments that the teacher will specifically assign to students. And then the map is the journey. This is where the students need to start first because this is their like core curriculum. Anything that they want to do extra will be in assignments, but they need to start with the map or the journey first. And then the clock with the arrow going backwards is the history. So if you click on that, you can see all the history of your child and when they've logged in and stuff like that. Their name will also be at the top. You will see a clock with some numbers next to it, and that means how much time they've been on, as well as a puzzle piece and a number next to that, which refers to how many puzzles they have completed. We'll get into this in a little bit, though. So when you get into the toolbar, you'll see this back arrow, and this will help your student return home to the home screen that we were just currently at, or they will click it again to exit the program. You'll also see when they click on their name, this little caret, they will get a student menu. So they can find more info, settings, progress, and details. So their info will say their name. The progress will tell you how many days that week that they've been on, how many minutes, and how many puzzles completed. And the settings, auto pause should just be on. Everything should just be on for settings. So that should all be okay. And then they will also be able to see their minutes that they've been on and how many puzzles that they have collected in those minutes. When they're in the game, there is a toolbar, and it does look a little bit different. So again, that back arrow will help them return to their home screen or exit. This will help them access the student menu again. This, with the little JIJI penguins here, you can see the JIJIs that are remaining. So this is kind of like their task bar to see how many attempts and progress that they have made on that specific level. And then this little drop down caret is the game menu. So where they can restart the puzzle if they want, and then they can go into their puzzles and see what they've completed. It also will tell you how many attempts they've tried on a specific level and the percentage that is complete. So kind of what this bar shows, but in a percentage. Now we get a lot of questions. Oh no, JIJI fell asleep. So if JIJI falls asleep, they need to sign in again. JIJI will take a nap after 10 minutes of inactivity. So that will just show you that if JIJI fell asleep, that your child hasn't been active on JIJI for at least 10 minutes. So they just need to sign in again, and then JIJI will pick up right from where they left off. So again, just journey and assignments. Journey is really the core curriculum that ST Math has put together that aligns with our math curriculum. And assignments are any extra, either extra puzzle or work that the teachers would like to assign them that is, going to benefit your child specifically, or it could even be like challenging. So the assignments is definitely tailored to each student, where the journey is what all of the students go through at the same time. And not necessarily at the same time, but they will go through the same puzzles and things like that. So this is the breakdown, excuse me, of ST Math. Every grade level has to complete a different number of puzzles. So if you see TK, their journey puzzles, this is the total that they need, 1,016. And then if you go all the way to 6th grade, it's 3,623. So there are different puzzle amounts for each grade level. So this would be if they completed the entire ST Math program for their grade level, how many puzzles they would complete. And again, this is where you will find the amount of time that your child has been on JIJI for and the amount of puzzles completed. I'll kind of get into how many puzzles they should complete each time they're on JIJI. It might be the next slide or in a couple slides. Yeah, it is the next one. So for pre-K and TK, we do in 30 minutes, we're asking 10 to 30 puzzles that they complete. For kinder through first grade, so 60 minutes, that would be 2 30-minute blocks that they would do. And they would complete 25 to 65 puzzles. And then for second through sixth grade, again, they would also do 60 minutes, so 30 minutes twice a week. And then they could complete 35 to 95 puzzles. If they definitely go over on their time, they could complete more. So obviously, the more time that they spend on JIJI, the more puzzles they will complete. But sometimes, the puzzles can be difficult. So they might not be getting through as many puzzles every single time because a concept might be a little bit more difficult than a previous concept. So this was when that drop down that I showed on the taskbar a couple slides ago. If you click that this arrow will be facing down. So if you click that, then this will pop up. And this is where under the progress section, where you can really see when your child is going on to JIJI. So if you know that they need at least 60 minutes a week and that they've signed in 3 days, awesome. That's more than they needed to. And they're at 66 minutes. Great. And they've completed 8 puzzles. We probably have been facing some challenging puzzles, but that's okay. It's just making sure that we're checking that they are logging in at least twice a week and at least 60 minutes. And if they do more, that is obviously wonderful. And then down underneath that, you will see when they logged in last week. So you can see they only logged in for 15 minutes last week and they completed 0 puzzles. So maybe we have them, keep track of, once we're done with asynchronous work, we can hop onto JIJI for 10 to 15 minutes to finish some puzzles. And then the average just shows how many minutes they've been on altogether and how many puzzles they've completed altogether. So this is just the puzzles from that specific week, and this will be altogether how many they've completed. Now, there are some benefits to using the minutes and the puzzles. So it allows for personalization and it increases student motivation. If they know that they need to get X amount of puzzles done, it's going to motivate them to get them finished. A lower puzzle count is not necessarily a cause for concern because, again, this is a self-paced program and students will work at different rates. And again, they might not have as many puzzles one week because they're engaging in challenging puzzles. And then they collect puzzles once they have successfully completed a level. So once they complete a level, they'll get a puzzle. That's how they gain their puzzles. And then there are new animation controls, which is really nice. It allows the students to pause and scroll through the animations to kind of like see a little bit better what they need to do for each puzzle. So this you can see on the right, it's just a quick little video of how the animation controls work. So we'll just let you watch that for a few seconds. And then this is a new tool as well, where they can annotate while they are working in JIJI. So they now have a pen in here's my mouse, right here, in the right-hand corner. So if they click that, then they can choose a color, and then they can annotate while they're trying to work out the problem. So that's a nice feature because I would see kids all the time. We have touch screens and they're kind of circling on their computer, but with their finger. So now this will actually be a nice visual for them to be able to see, and then they can figure out the problem. And those are pretty much all of the new features within ST Math. We really just wanted to kind of show you the new dashboard, show you the difference between the journey and the assignments, and the puzzles and the minutes. So I'm going to exit and stop recording so then we can answer some questions.